Hi there boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. Okay, this video is part of a new series I'm going to be putting together which highlights premium tanks. So I'm not going to do a 3-game video for each and every premium tank that I own. It would take far too long. I've got about 25 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one good game from each of my premium tanks, review them, and basically hopefully provide you guys with some advice about whether to get the tank, not get the tank, whether it's worth whatever money is being charged for it, and what it gives you in terms of what it puts into your garage. And the first tank we're going to cover is the Löwe. We've got a game here featuring Lewis Ilikoski from Tanks for Driving Carefully. Now, I have touched on the Löwe before in a previous video, and this is a pretty short game actually, so we're not going to go on about it too much, but I'll put it in its simplest terms. Put one of these in your garage, guys. Frankly, it is the best earning coefficient tank in the game. What do I mean by that? What I basically mean is, for the amount of XP and damage that you do in battle, you will earn more with this tank than pretty much any other premium tank in the game. So simply from the point of view of putting credits in your account, this is probably one of the best premiums, if not the best premium tank to put in your garage. It's always available on the tech tree, and on occasion it comes on offer. It came on offer actually not too long ago. So if you see one of these at a reduced price, especially if it comes with all of the toys, so you get all of your equipment slots and potentially the Reliant camo, that is the top camo on this tank, then frankly buy the tank. Just buy the tank. It is such an asset to have in your garage, especially if you're trying to grind credits for buying tech tree tanks. It's just vital. And it's a good tank. You put it into a hull down position, you will take bounces with it. It's got a very difficult turret to penetrate, even for premium ammo. The hull armor is also not too bad. It is a bit sluggish, so you might want to run the engine pack on it to give you a bit more power. But at the end of the day, it is a heavy tank. It's a good all-round package. The gun on this thing is fantastic. It has low dispersion. It's accurate. As a tank, it's a very good tank. But from the potential of what it puts into your account, then frankly, if you see this thing on offer, buy it. So a good game there from Lewis. Just over 2,600 damage. He picked up a kill, and as you can see there, 50,000 credits, and that's without premium account. I average anything between 60 to 90,000 credits per win in this tank. So yeah, if it's available, boys and girls, put it into your garage. You will not regret it. Okay, here is the K91. This is a tier 9 Russian premium tank. New tank for me. This one, I only picked it up about a week ago. This is actually my very first game in this tank. And some people sort of question the wisdom as to whether or not to buy a tier 9 premium tank. Ultimately, a lot of people don't actually like spending a lot of time in tier 9 unless you're grinding tier 10. But there are some very, very good tanks available at tier 9, and this is one of them. It's an auto loader. 16-second reload for all 3 shots, and 3.5-second reload between the 3 shots that are in the magazine, and you'll be doling out anything between around 350 alpha with normal AP in this tank, which basically means if you manage to empty your entire clip of 3 shots into a single target, you're looking at potentially over 1,000 shots, 1,000 damage, sorry, for your 3 shots. Making it very, very good to push low hit point targets. The other great benefit of this tank is it's got good armor. It's got very, very good armor. If you angle this thing up, you will take bounces. So in between your shots, when you're reloading your magazine, you've got potential to bounce shots. As you can see, unloaded all 3 into our friend over there. Done just over 1,000 damage now. I've got my reload going on. I'm going to keep the tank angled, and this is the way to play the tank. And then effectively, if you do then get a tank that is low in its hit points, you can you can push them and clear them. So as you can see, we're only managed to get one penetration in there. However, gonna flick a shot over here to empty my last shot from the clip, and now I've got the reload on, and this is what I was talking about earlier. Now, you see I've got a low hit point tank in front of me. I'm still reloading my my magazine of 3 shots, and that's going to allow me to push on this guy. So I do take a bit of damage there. I get the first shot in. I don't know how this one bounced. I really don't know how that bounced. But that's the advantage. I still have 1 shot left, so we use that to clear him up, and we're at over 2,000 damage now. We're looking very, very healthy. We're a tank up in the game, and it's yeah, it's just a good tank. Is it worth the money that you pay for it? I think I paid £15 for this tank. Which £15. I mean, yeah, that's it's the price of lunch. You know, it's going into a cafe and having a lunch. Basically, is the equivalent. So, like anything, it's worth it if you have the goal to do it. Basically, I know not everybody runs premium account. I know a lot of people don't have potential to just keep buying whatever tank they happen to fancy, but in the wider scheme of things, especially when you consider how expensive tier 10 tanks are, the premium tanks, this tank was not expensive. It is on offer at the moment in the store, and you're getting a very, very good tank. And I love the fact that whilst you've got your long reload on, you've got the armour to look after yourself. I mean, I know that there's a TD out there, Jag Tiger, and yeah, we angle up and we take the bounces from him. 1,400 bounced damage so far in this game. So yeah, from a point of view of was I happy with the purchase? Absolutely. And like all premium tanks, you do have the potential to earn significant amount of credits with this tank if you have a winning game, which obviously we're going to have here. This is actually, yeah, this is one of the first times I think I've driven an auto-loading heavy tank. So, so yeah, clear out my last shot there, fire at nothing, just so that I can get the long reload on as I'm travelling over here to deal with the last enemy tank. So basically, when I push on this guy, I want to have a clip of 3 available, which gives me the best chance of clearing him for the kill and getting the win, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. Get the first one straight in there, use the speed of momentum to come around the side, stick one through his side there. There is kill number 3 and the win. So yeah, my first game in this tank, I have to say I really did enjoy it, and I do enjoy the tank. So 3,200 damage, 3 kills, all in all, very happy with that purchase. So check it out, boys and girls. Okay, our last game features the Super Conqueror, which is a relatively, well, very new tank to the game. Now, yes, tanks that drop from crates with a sort of 3-4% probability of getting the tank are controversial. It can be a very expensive way of getting the tank. I personally don't normally bother with crates. At the end of the day, I'm the sort of person, if I want something, I buy it, and I'd like to know that I'm definitely going to get it if I'm spending money on it. I would much rather they just put a price in it and I decide whether or not I'm prepared to pay it. But, you know, at the end of the day, crates do generate income for wargaming, and their exclusivity to a certain extent does mean that at tier 10, you're not going to get everybody driving tier 10 premiums. If you did that, then there would be no point in having tier 10 tech tree tanks. So it does make them slightly more exclusive. As to whether or not it's financially a good idea to keep buying crates, I personally don't think it is. However, for this tank, which is new to the game, I believe, yes, it was, I think there was an initial offer in the store for £10, and you got 3 of these things. And you had a 3% chance of dropping the tank, I think. So I thought, well, £10, fine. If I don't get the tank, there were a lot of boosters that came with it, a lot of free XP. So I wasn't going to be too disappointed if I didn't get the tank, and there's always the chance that you will. And on the third crate, I actually got the tank. So for me, this tank cost £10. So for that money, absolutely worth it. absolutely worth it. Now, some people who reviewed this tank when it first came out didn't get on with the tank so well. I quite enjoyed it. It is a typical upper tier British heavy tank. It has a good turn of speed, it has a very good turret, you will bounce off the turret if you get it hull down, and it has a very, very good gun, but it has very weak hull armour. So you do have to be careful how you play this tank. Not a tank really that you want to be front lining in. You want to be slightly behind your bigger and more powerfully armoured heavies, and you want to be doing this, putting this very good gun to good use. And that is how you play the tank. I don't always enjoy that style of gameplay. I do like to be at the front line. I do like to push. So for me, it was certainly a slight change in how I would normally play a tier 10 heavy tank. However, you've got to play the tank the way that it's supposed to be played. You can't force a tank that's not really designed for frontline pushing into that type of tank. I mean, if you try to play it that way, you'll just get wrecked. It's that simple. So you do have to play the tank the way that it's supposed to be played, the way that it's designed to be played, and that's what I'm going to do here. This was, I think, my third or fourth game in the tank. It's hardly surprising that my best game in the tank was on Himmelsdorf, where there are lots of places where you can hide your hull. Behind all this rubble and stuff like that, you can get into a hull down position. So we're having a reasonably good game so far. It's about 1800 damage. I'm going to stick another shell in here. Do take a bit of damage back from the IS, and here I quite enjoyed this period of the game. I know that I'm going to get pushed on by that Death Star. He's capping on the C cap, so he's going to come around the corner here, so I'm going to show him as little of my tank as I possibly can. I want just a little peek at the top of his turret. I get a shot into him there. He takes a shot back at me. Because I'm in that hull down position, I bounce him for almost 1,000 damage there, and I take another bounce off the IS, which allows me to push around and get him cleared with a nice max roll there. So the game is now looking pretty healthy. We're capping out our second base. It's a 3-on-1. We do have a Jagdpanzer out there, which is always a very, very dangerous tank to push against, and our T-57 is not looking very, very healthy. So I want this guy's gun turned. I don't know how I lost that shot, but managed to get the guy's gun turned. He takes the shot at me. That allows T-57 to roll forward and stick a couple of shells into him. Unfortunately, he then does get cleared, but that now gives me the opportunity to push round on the Jagdpanzer here whilst he's getting his reload on. I stick a final shell into his side there, and we clear him up for my second kill and the win. All round, a very good tank, and look at the earning potential, 107,000 credits, and that's with me running all of the equipment on this tank. So yeah, 3.5k damage, 2 kills. Is it worth buying the crates and things? I personally don't think it is, but if they're on offer and you have a small chance of dropping the tank, then great. Personally, this was worth it for me because it was cheap. Okay, boys and girls, thank you very much for watching the channel and supporting the videos. Thank you to Lewis for his replay, and as always, good hunting, and bye for now.